Hey guys, thank you for watching and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Mary and I do makeup for moms. Today's video is my top favorite bronzers, contour, blushes, and highlighters. I'm going to rapid fire through these because I have tons of products over here that I need to go through. Before doing that, if you haven't noticed, most of my products are drugstore. And not just because it's affordable, but because it's more convenient. As moms, we juggle tons of stuff. We drive to school, we pick up back from school, we drive to activities, we pick up from activities, we drive to play dates, we shop for play dates, we shop for grocery, we go to doctor appointments, we go to the pharmacy to pick up the medicine after the doctor appointment. Amongst all that, it's very difficult to shop just for makeup, but if I'm at Walmart, like grocery shopping or getting snack for a play date or at CVS picking up medicine, I can get my makeup while I'm there, less driving, because I spend most of my day in my car, not in my house, driving my girls back and forth and doing errands and doing the shopping for the house. So I know you're gonna say, why don't you just do it online? I am not an online shopper, unfortunately. It's not my thing, and for me the joy of shopping comes from actually going shopping. We got this out of the way. Now let's talk about the products. I'm going to talk about contour, bronzers, blushes, and then highlighters. First palette I have is the one I used in the tutorial last video. I will link this video down below, and it's the Kokie Cosmetics Powder Contour Palette. It looks a lot like the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. You have all your contour shades. You have the dark gray one over here, you have a warm one, you have a lighter gray one. I mix these two together. Yes, these two together. You have a banana powder over here, and I use this shade, as I mentioned last video, to blend out my nose contour so it's not so harsh. So it's all in one palette, great for traveling. Now it kicks, it's so soft, it kicks a little bit of powder, but if you just tap your brush, you're good to go. Next, I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in the shade Dolce di Leche. That's a new one, and that's the one that I'm currently using. I am hitting pan. It's that good. It's amazing. It is so smooth and buttery. It blends like a dream. The shade over here is perfect. It's not so cool that's muddy, or it's so warm that you look orange. It's the perfect shade for warm toned skin to contour with. And this shade over here, it's perfect to set your concealer on your eyes. It's a multitasker. It's perfect. I don't know how Wet n Wild does it. They did it with the foundation, and now with this powder. How can this powder be $5? I got this one technically free because I had the extra care cash from CVS, and Wet n Wild was buy one, get one free. And I bought one with the cash, the extra care cash, and the other one free. So I got two Wet n Wild products. So you can get it even more affordable than it already is. Let's talk about something that's not that affordable. And it's the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster Matte Sculpting. They have a shimmer one and a matte one. This one is perfect for contouring. This shade over here is too gray for me. I mix this one and this one. So I mix these two together for my contour. This one is perfect to set under your eye, to set your concealer, to prep for your shadow. It's perfect. Next, from Physicians Formula, is the Butter Bronzer. And it looks like that. I haven't watched a YouTuber that this is not their favorite bronzer from the drugstore. Formula wise and smell wise, it smells like coconut or pina colada or something like that. I don't like it to bronze with because it's a little bit too gray for me to bronze with, but it's a perfect tone for contouring. I don't feel like it's shimmery, but it's not. When you blend it out as a contour, you don't see any sheen or any shimmer, nothing. It's very good for contouring, and that's what I use it for. I heard that they came up with more shades on the warmer side. I can't wait for them to hit the stores because I'm not an online shopper, so I'm going to wait. Last one is the Milani Bronzer XL Powder Bronzer in the shade 02 Fake Tan. I use this shade over here, and that's the only straight up gray contour that doesn't look muddy on me. I don't know what's the secret. I've tried all the gray stuff that I have and they look muddy on me. This one doesn't. This one just cut the cheeks, chisel it without looking muddy. I love it. Now let's talk about bronzers. As I mentioned in my previous video, I use matte bronzers, then baked one for more of a glow. I'm going to mention to you the combination that I use because I've tried everything with everything and I found out like layering these specific products together gives me the most beautiful look. Now this one, the other shade for the XL powder by Milani, if I didn't tell you, this one and this one is by Milani. And it has specks of glitter or shimmer into it, but swatched or on the face, it doesn't show. Like, this is matte, straight up matte. Now I would give you swatches, but for me I don't believe in blush and bronzer swatches, believe it or not, because it doesn't apply on the face the way it looks in the swatches. First matte bronzer I have is the one I used in the previous video, and it's by Neutrogena. It's the Neutrogena Healthy Skin in the shade 30 Sunkissed. Over it, I layered the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade 05 Soleil. And it's the one that I used in the last video as well. The second duo I have is by Physicians Formula. The matte bronzer is the Bronze Booster in the shade medium to dark. Most people think the packaging for Physicians Formula is bulky, but I actually enjoy it and I like that it has a mirror over here. The glowy one is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster Baked Bronzer in the shade medium to dark. On the more affordable side than Physicians Formula and Milani, Physicians Formula ranges between $10 and $15 and sometimes even more, and Milani is reaching the $10 mark. So I have a more affordable option. The matte bronzer is by Rimmel and it's the Natural Bronzer Waterproof Bronzing Powder. This is in the shade 022 Sun Bronze. And that's how it looks in the package. Over it, I layered the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer and I used two shades. This one is too cool, it's pink. This one is straight up orange. So I need something in between, so I mix them together. And it's very nice. After trying all those products, which are good products, not just for the price, they are good quality products, I wanted to treat myself to a high-end bronzer. After extreme research, I wanted to make sure that I'm getting the best thing for me, for my taste, for my skin. I found this gem. The Becca Sunlit Bronzer, and I got it in the shade Bronzed Bondi. And this one, I don't need to layer. It gives me the effect of layering a matte bronzer and a shimmer, or not shimmery, a baked one over it without layering. I just contour and add this one. Look how perfect the shade is. Look how perfect and smooth the powder is. It's not gonna show in swatches, but I will swatch it anyway for you. Look at that. It's this one over here. Let's talk about blushes. It's not that I don't like blushes. Every time I apply my makeup, I apply blushes, but I don't have passion for it. I have passions for eyeshadow, I have passions for highlighters. Blushes are just fine with me. I don't put too much thought into it. I just want something coral, I want something pink, I want something mauve-y, just like different tones to go with different looks. For formulas, I haven't met a blush that really sucks. Like, it has to be a very crummy, bad products to piss me off when it comes to blushes. Now, I have 4 in front of me, and that's the least amount of products I have in any category. It's the blushes. First one is the Revlon Blush Powder. And I know the packaging looks so gross, but it had a sticker, and I tried to take off the sticker, and I ended up with this mess. This one is corally pink and it is so pretty. Next one is from Pixi by Petra, and it's the Fresh Face Blush in the shade Beach Rose. And it's a matte blush. It's the exact same color as my top. Do you see that? Next is the Amazonian Clay 12 Hours Blush by Tarte in the shade Feisty. The shade is nice and peachy. I love this shade, and that's my favorite matte blush. The last blush is my favorite glowy blush. It's by Flower Beauty. It's the Flower Pots in the shade Warm Hibiscus. And it's the same one I used for the previous video. If I do any of the face makeup steps, I do it to reach the highlighter. This is my favorite part. This is my passion. First one I have is the Milani Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder in the shade 01 Afterglow. Right off the bat, I can tell you, not my favorite shade. Very good formula, but the shade, I'm not living for it. I know I bought it, but I found like all my highlighters are on the like golden side, so I decided to get something on the pinkish side. Not for me. It's nice and all, but not for me. Second, I have the Wet n Wild To Reflect Shimmer Palette, and it's in the shade Boozy Brunch. And don't let the pink scare you, because it's not pink at all. It's this one over here. Do you see that? Again Wet n Wild. I don't know the mystery. Next, one of my all-time favorites is the Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter by Maybelline. This is the shade 100 Molten Gold. I will prove it that it's molten gold. I do that and I just go speechless. Ready? Do you see that? Next, I have the Flower Lift and Sculpt palette, the highlighter in it. Are you ready? Look at that. You can see, right? Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals. Last drugstore one is the one I'm wearing right now. And it's the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Golden Lights. The formula is kind of more on the stiff side, but it works, right? It looks white, but it has a golden shift. I did the same for the highlighter as the bronzer. I wanted to splurge to get something high-end, so I searched high and low, and I found the perfect highlighter. And it's again by Becca. It's Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is the shade Champagne Pop. Speechless. I am speechless. Are you ready to skip a beat? Because when I see it, I go like, it's beautiful. Look. Look at that. I died inside. Oh my god. Beautiful. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and like it. If you do, thumb up, don't forget. And before you go, make sure you subscribe. See you all in my next video. Bye.